Yo, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to the Let's Talk Fighting channel. As you can tell by title and the thumbnail, today we will be talking about the workouts and giving our opinions on the workouts for Misfits, for KSI versus Faze Temperrr, Slim versus Thompson Eddie, Saul Poppy versus Josh Bruckner. We will be talking about all that and giving our opinions on the workouts, saying what they show, what we think it means. You don't really get much from the open workouts, but we're gonna, dive a little bit in, see if we can take things from it, weaknesses, strengths, all of that, and we're gonna see what the conversation is leading up to this fight, which is literally, by the time you're seeing this, probably tomorrow. So we're gonna be doing that. First up, we got Josh Bruckner. Now, Josh Bruckner, he came out. I don't think Josh Bruckner was actually very scared to show, much, because a lot of people come in, they don't want to show much. They kind of like they just do a little bit, they do a little bit power work. Jake Paul is known for not doing much. He usually just does yoga. He doesn't want to show too much. But Josh Bruckner came out. He didn't care if he showed too much. He was there. He was energetic. He was bouncing around the ring. He was hitting the pads, doing everything, showing. One thing he definitely showed was Josh Bruckner showed that he had power. And he showed that that is one thing Saul Poppy needs to look out for. Josh Bruckner is going to be energetic. He's going to come forward. He's going to have power. He's going to try to box you, but he's also going to try and brawl you. Box and brawl you at a short distance and try to get in. Saul Poppy didn't really show much. He looked very relaxed. He looked very natural. He did, like I said, didn't really show much. He said afterwards as well, I only show people what I want them to see, because obviously Saul Poppy thinks, I don't want to go out there, do all the stuff in the pads, then give Josh Bruckner and his team a chance to be like, right, this is what he's doing. We could counter it with that. So Saul Poppy said, you know what, I'm going to give you the bare minimum, so you don't know what I'm going to bring to the table. And when we get in the ring, that's whenever you're going to see what I bring to the table, and you'll have no time to actually prepare for the actual thing. You can think what you want, you can prepare for what you think will happen, but you won't be able to see what's actually going to happen until you get in there. Obviously, giving Saul Poppy the upper hand. Josh Bruckner didn't really care, though. I think Josh Bruckner's just that confident. He's like, I'm going to show you all this, and this is exactly what I'm going to do in the ring. So Josh Bruckner showed a lot. Saul Poppy was the exact opposite. Didn't show anything, but Josh Bruckner showed power, showed speed, showed aggression, showed hype, and that is why this fight is, whenever it's getting closer, it's just getting more hype and hype and hype, and it's just getting more fun. Now, next up is Slim versus Tom Sinetti. Now, Tom Sinetti, I think he has a background in kickboxing or MMA or something like that. Now, Tom Sinetti in the workouts, as you can see by the video on the screen, he holds his hands low, he telegraphs, but he throws very quickly, and he hits very hard, and he's a tough motherfucker, plain and simple. Whenever I showed that video there, he literally, he's not going bang, bang, he's throwing arm punches, you know what I mean? He's not like having the arm bent, going boom, or boom. He's throwing arm punches, and he's telegraphing it so you know what's coming, but he's doing it so quick that the telegraphing doesn't overly matter, because you can obviously counter it because he's telegraphing it, but because he's doing it so quick, the telegraphing doesn't overly matter that much. And obviously, if you don't know what telegraph means, it means you show that you're going to throw that punch before you throw it. So instead of going bang, if you go like that, they know you're going to punch now. So then they know you're going to, or that or whatever, so you know how to counter it easier. You have more time to do it. But he came out, he showed that, he's bouncing around the ring, showed power, showed he's a tough motherfucker. Like I said, he showed that technique, but I don't know if this is a game plan from Thompson. Maybe he's showing that type of technique. Maybe that's the way he punches. I don't know. Or maybe he's just doing that to make Slim think, oh, he doesn't hit properly. He throws arm punches. He doesn't, strike 1-2 down the pipe. He throws arm punches. He doesn't stand properly. He doesn't do all that. And then maybe that's a game plan that Slim's going to underestimate Sinetti. Sinetti's going to come in. He's going to hit Slim with real shit. And his game plan is to make Slim panic and think, oh shit, this is nothing like the workouts. Maybe that's his game plan. Slim just needs to box, bro. Slim needs to box. Plain and simple. He cannot get up close and fucking brawl with Sinetti. Obviously, this is Slim's workout on the screen, a little part of his workout showing you a little bit of what he does. But by going off the workout, it's just the way, it's not even the way Slim, we've seen Slim sick 5 times before. I think this is his 6th fight. Tom Sinetti, this is going to be his 1st fight. So what he's bringing to the table, we don't really need to look at Slim. We know what Slim brings. Obviously, Slim could get better, but we know what Slim brings. Tom Sinetti, we can only assume what he brings by his workout. And what I assume is Slim is going to have to box him, not brawl him. Stay at a distance, jab. I think if Slim goes head to head with Tom Sinetti, it might be a different boxing match, and it might be an upset. But that's why I'm taking just off the workouts. But like I said, these workouts, Tom Snell looks ready to go, but it's different. You know, working out, hitting the pads, sparring, completely different to the actual fight. Whenever you're under those lights, the crowd is cheering or booing, whatever side you're on. It's completely different story. So maybe it will not work out the same way as it did in the public workout, and maybe it will go a completely different way. Who knows? But we can only take so much from these and only assume what might happen, what they might bring, what their strengths, what their weaknesses are. But we gonna see. And last up is KSI versus Faze Temperrr. Now I know I didn't do Swarms or Ryan Taylor. I didn't really feel the need to do much. I don't know, man. There's no point in covering that. Swarms throws a lot of arm punches. That's all I'm gonna say. Swarms throws a lot of arm punches. You know what I mean? But he's in good shape, which is good. But I'll cover more Ryan Taylor and Swarms in the actual fight prediction, which should be uploaded about the same time as this. But KSI versus Temperrr, literally, KSI came out very aggressive, very quick on his feet, literally just running up, throwing just haymakers, basically, just quick little shots, haymaker type shot. He was very quick, obviously going up, boom, 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 bang, bang, switching angles. Every time he goes like that, hits a few, he would jump, switch angles. The only issue with what KSI was doing is I like the speed, I like the power he's showing, I like the aggression he's showing, and I like the way he's getting up. His game plan, we all know, is to get close to Temperrr, because Temperrr's a taller fighter. To get close to Temperrr, get in, work the body, weaken him down, then go for that nice right over the top and knock Temperrr out. We all know this. But the one thing KSI did in that workout, he might change in the fight, but it was one thing. Temperrr obviously would like to counter KSI. That's what I assume Temperrr's going to go for. Judged off Temperrr's workout, because Temperrr was doing a lot of this, right? He was keeping his hand there because he has the reach, trying to keep KSI at bay. But the one thing that really stuck out to me, his coach, when he was about to throw the overhand right, he would twist his shoulder in, and Temperrr would have the hand to stop that shoulder where it is, to judge the distance, to know, right, I touch his shoulder here, I stop the push in, because KSI, when he throws the right hand, he moves the shoulder in and then swings the right hand. So now Temperrr is prepared. Okay, when he twists that shoulder in, I'm going to have my hand there to stop the momentum a little bit, but to also keep my distance and know, right, I push off him and jump back, so then KSI maybe telegraphs it, throws it over, and then Faze Temperrr can counter. So Faze Temperrr's game plan is to counter, because that's what Faze Temperrr was shown. Now, like I said, the one thing that KSI was doing that I have a little bit of an issue with, well, big issue with, because Temperrr's trying to counter, you can't give him an opening or a weakness of yours to do that. And the big thing KSI did is whenever he was, punching there, hitting all that, changing angles is good, but it's the way he was doing it. You go 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. You take one step at a time. That's it. You go like that. If you want to change angle, you keep this foot on your toes planted, you move the right foot. If you want to go that way, you do the same thing. You know what I mean? You never take both feet off the ground at once, because then if you're in the air, if someone even so much as slaps you, you could lose your balance, because you don't have ground. You don't have balance. And every single time KSI was changing the angle, he would jump into the next angle, hit a few, jump into the next angle. And if he does that on Temperrr, I'm not saying that, Temperrr's going to fully take control of it, but if Temperrr plays his cards right and KSI does that, he could catch him mid-air and knock KSI over off balance. It might not be a knockdown where he injures KSI, where he hurts KSI, but, if you touch somebody and they slip, that's still considered a knockdown, and that will go in Temperrr's favour. So that's one thing I think KSI really needs to fix, is literally he needs to not jump into it. He needs to keep 1 foot on the ground planted, stay on his toes, stay light in his feet, hit a few times, maybe jump out, hit a few times and weaken him down. That's what he was showing. But Faze Temperrr's obviously showing the opposite. He's going to be in the counter side, and he's putting himself in the position for the opportunity to counter whenever KSI lifts both his feet, if he lifts both his feet off the ground. But that is the workouts. That is the 3 main fights, the workouts. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a prediction video. It will probably be out the exact same time as this. I'm just a little bit behind on all these videos. I have a lot of shit going on, so there's a little bit behind on all these videos. But it'll probably be out with this, and then I should be posting a video of my reactions to the fight, live reactions and all like that, in like a vlog type thing on my Undisputed Vlogs channel, before I take a little bit of a break. So that is that. But I will give you obviously the full breakdowns, my full predictions in the prediction video, which I will link in the description, because like I said, it will be up this time, and I'll link this video in that description. But as always, hope you all enjoy this video. Let me know your comments down below. Let me know all your thoughts, your predictions. What do you think they did well? What do you think their game plan is? And like I said, check out the prediction video. But as always, hope you all have an amazing day. Think positive, test negative, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. So, peace.